Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Shout out to everybody in the chat. My goodness, guys, I logged off for a bit. We've had so many updates in the Emmanuel Haro case. Welcome, everybody. Y'all, I can't even talk. Welcome, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome, everybody. Let me let the people know that we are live now. So we left, I think, when I logged off, because I logged off like maybe an hour 45 minutes before the update, and we were kind of like worried in the morning whether there was going to be a charge, what was going to happen. I mean, we were really trying to figure out what was going to happen, right? Let me let the people know that we live now. Welcome, everybody. I really thank everybody for being here. Thank you so much. I know that this case has been just craziness. I think emotions, it's been, I mean, basically some of us, shortly after he was reported missing, we were covering this case. We haven't stopped. We've been talking about it. Some of you guys are really like the messages that I've received since I started covering it. It's like, man, I'm really happy you're jumping on. And I said, because some of you guys, my loyal supporters, know that I don't really like doing child true crime cases, in part because of my own experience with kind of dealing with child cases, both in the judicial system and in social services. Being that I worked in social services for 10 and a half years. So a lot of us have been on edge, but I don't know, man. Something told me to jump on and talk about it. And it almost felt like maybe there was something that I could provide some perspective, right, to it. So yeah, here I am and here you guys are. So thank you so much. So we have to talk. So this morning we left off, we're so worried about whether there was going to be charges or not, what was going to happen. And literally, I want to say 45 minutes after I logged off, bam, charging documents drop. And I swear, y'all, when I heard about this, because listen, I logged off. I said, I got to go get something to eat, baby bunny, yada, yada, yada. I went to go get some food, y'all. And when I saw the charging documents, because I'm telling you, I don't know this. I don't know this baby, but this baby can be just about anybody. It could be my baby, your baby, anybody's grandchild, niece, nephew. Like, this could be anybody's child, right? That has been failed, not only by the parents, but like by the systems to a certain degree. Because what happened to Emmanuel Haro did not need to happen, right? So that's the piece that anyway, so I was driving and I was getting food, and then I see the charging document, and I was like, oh no. I posted on the Discord, I posted in the community wall, but I was driving and I was like, I gotta stop. And can I just say, I was like, thank you, God. Like, thank you. Thank you. Now, I want to be very careful and very mindful that a lot of us, especially you guys in the chat, we wanted to be wrong about this. I wanted to be wrong about the gut feeling that I had. A lot of us wanted to be wrong, right? I know I did. I know some of you guys did. I said, you guys, I will put barbecue sauce and I will eat crow with this barbecue or tapatio or whatever it may be, but I will do it. And the charging document came through, man. I swear I was really worried. I was a little flustered in the morning too, because I was like, oh my God, no body, no case. Like, in my mind, and truly, we just needed to calm the F down, and just leave it to God, and God will make it happen. It's like, it's something else, y'all. Thank you so much, Night Charm. Thanks, Rabs, for covering this case. Thank you, Night Charm, for being such a loyal supporter, and for being here and always supporting my channel. Thank you so much, Night Charm. You said my daughter died of SIDS at 8 months. I'm so sorry. I seem to really deep dive into these child cases because of it. I would have taken that baby. My goodness. I'm so sorry to hear about the loss of your child. Thank you so much, CD. I just put on the bun. Listen, I was like, I need a ponytail. Tonight we got the ponytail, okay? We got the ponytail, okay? I also want to shout out my subscribers and my loyal supporters too, especially on Discord, because some of you guys have been messaging me. I have so many unread messages. You guys are sending me links to different things. I really do appreciate it. I do review everything that I get, so thank you so much. I may not respond right away, but please know that I do look at it, and depending on my time frame, I kind of go from there. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, y'all, I'm just happy, and I just wanted to tell you guys that the fight doesn't stop here, right? Like we still have to look for this baby. Okay? There still needs to be some kind of a burial or something for this baby. Like we want this baby to be put to rest. And my hope is that, even though it doesn't look like that's going to be the case with mom, cuz she's so detached from whatever is going on. And actually, I was listening to a couple creators that were in the courtroom. Shout out to Neek at Night. Neek at Night was in the courtroom, and I have like a snippet of her video that I want to play. I really recommend you guys watching because she gives you first side. She said something about the fact that when she went into the courtroom, while they were deciding the date, okay, the date of the next hearing or whatever, which is not until next month, I believe it's the first week. Mom had to look at dad to figure out if that was okay for that date. September 4th, okay? Almost as if she's asking permission. Like, it's like this. And he's like, and she responds. First of all, why do we even have them in the same courtroom? That's the question that I want to know. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Night Owls. Love the Night Owls. You guys, I love Neek at Night. Neek at Night, before I started YouTuber, she was one of the first YouTubers I used to watch. I have a lot when Nika Knight said that, and I got a little bit of her clip. Give me 1 second, you guys, because I'm trying to set everything up here. 1 second. Had to set something up. Anyways, so Nika Knight said that they were at the courtroom, right? And I have a little bit of her clip here, but I'm gonna ask you guys to check out her channel. I'm not gonna play the whole thing. Like, she needs to get credit, and she's out there and doing the work. And I really, Nika Knight did a phenomenal job while covering the Diddy trial. She's covered so many trials, and she's really, really good at it. When she's coming to you from a perspective of, like, being unbiased and just giving you the facts. She's covering Tory Lanez as well. She's covered Tory Lanez. She was actually one of the ones that was in the courtroom. So she's amazing, and I definitely recommend you guys watch her. But she got to this part, and I remember when I was watching her live, and when she was live, she was outside of the courtroom talking about it. And her and the Murdered by Nature podcast were talking about that look. There was this look. It was almost like Rebecca Haro had to get permission or something. Like, girl, what? Anyways, I don't understand why they have them in the same courtroom. I have a problem with that. But let's watch this.
Office just got the case. And when they were like, hey, is September 4th okay? She looked over to Jake to kind of get his approval. And
they're in the same courtroom. Like, I know that it's like they're both there. I'm hearing that they're wanting to apply for bail and they want permission to live together. Like, what? First of all, I didn't think that was a thing, but okay.
She looked over, and then he answered first, and he said, yeah, that's fine. The judge was like, is that date fine with you? He's like, yeah, that's fine. And then she's looking over to Jake. He says, yeah, that's fine. And then she looks, and then she tells the judge, yeah, that's okay. So you can tell, like, she's kind of under his control. Like, that little minor exchange right in the court, it was so minor. But
when I saw Nick outside of that courtroom, I'm watching her live stream, and she's like describing this, and I'm like, oh God, I wish I was there so I could see this, because it's like, what? And apparently Neek was not the only one that caught it. There were other people that caught it, and they said to each other, did you see this moment? Did you catch this? Oh my goodness.
But so major at the same time to let you know the dynamics in their relationship. Now, After we got out of the hearing,
Anyway, so that was the piece that I was like, watch Nika at Night's video. I'm gonna put it in the description box, but also in the chat, because the way she describes it, let her know that I sent you out there. Shout out to her again. She did a phenomenal job in the Diddy coverage. She was a creator out there as well, so shout out to her. You said we knew it. It's just confirmation, right? Complete confirmation. Like they should have had a separate hearing, right? Baby Bunny's watching something and she's being very dramatic. And Kendra, thank you so much for this $9.99. Thank you so much for your coverage. I really appreciate the support, guys. Thank you. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Oh my God. And then another highlight of this situation is on the theta. Listen, because I'm petty, I probably would have done the same. On the theta, apparently saw Rebecca Haro, okay? And in my mind, I'm just I'm not there, but I would just imagine this because it's totally be the thing that I would do too. Okay. Like I'm just being real. All right. On the tira, Ahmed Belloso sees Becky and says to her, Hola. And I'm like, what? Apparently he got detained. There's no charges. He got detained. He got yelled at and everything. I mean, reprimanded, whatever it is, But I'm just saying, isn't it like a friendly hi? He said it was just saying hi, like your friendly neighborhood kidnapper. Like your friendly kidnapper. Oh, hey. I'm like, come on now. Put a 1 in the chat if you wouldn't have done the same. I probably would have done the same. I just didn't know that I would have had I would have been detained or anything. I would have been like, hola, like he did apologize, but I'm like, for what? For that piece, I understand. But I'm sorry. I'm just petty like that. Like I would have done the same. I would have done the same. I know. Yanni's like, listen, we don't want things to become a circus. I know, but like the whole situation has driven us, I think, emotionally everywhere. So for me, it's like even when Anda Tira was out on location and he starts flipping off Jay Carl, which I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. Because it's like you wanted to get your 1 and 2 right there, right? And that's how I felt. But he got in trouble. So I mean, I'm not mad, but I get it. Like we have to have a little bit of decorum when it comes to that. Listen, I'm just saying I would have done the same. Anyways, let's get to the updates and we're going to get to these documents. Apparently there was like a really brief press conference. One of them I'm confused by this because it sounds like Vincent Hughes has left the building. After Jake said hola, he's like, adios, I'm out of here, right? Because he's like, I'm not representing you anymore. I don't know what happened, but Vincent is gone. Okay, you guys leave that lawyer alone. He's like, this is too much for me to handle. I don't know what happened. Maybe he wasn't going to get paid. Maybe it was too much money because he's like, maybe this is not a good idea for me to represent you here. Let me know what y'all think. Okay, let's play this.
Those 2 parents accused of killing their 7-month-old son just did face a judge for the first time since they were arrested last week, and the bail for Rebecca and Jake Haro was set at $1 million each. Their son Emmanuel has been missing.
1 million each, right? So first of all, I don't think Jake should have any bail. It's just my opinion. 1 million each is what, 10% of that, right? Which is what, 100,000. Do they have about 200,000 to make bail? They did request for bail.
Missing now for nearly 2 weeks, but family members say they haven't seen the baby in about a month, long before his mother reported him to be kidnapped. The update now from News Nation West Coast correspondent Nancy Lew's live in Riverside. What's the latest, Nancy?
Anyways, y'all let me know there's a GoFundMe out there of 100,000 from family, because if we gonna have a problem, I'm gonna go off on this internet. Okay, I'm gonna go off if I find out that somebody made a GoFundMe for any of these two, Shrek and Fiona characters. Okay.
Well, Connell, it was just an initial court hearing. It lasted less than 5 minutes. Both Jake Haro and Rebecca Haro in the hearing in their prison jumpsuits. This is video just in the pool video from the it wasn't an arraignment because it's been postponed until next week. It's been pushed to September 4th, and that's when they will
Oh my
face
God, look at
murder
them.
charges. The charge is felony murder.
And is she looking at like they're in the same courtroom with each other? I don't think that's a good idea. Okay. Now, did we get a look at the shiner on the other side of the eye? Lady's not crying. Lady's not nothing. Nothing. Lord have mercy. I don't know.
Murder with malice. They are both represented from by a public defender. You heard from him earlier. The pushed arraignment to September 4th because they need to gather more information from law enforcement. But in the courtroom, they sat on opposite sides. Jake in a red jumpsuit, he had glasses on.
They should have been in the same room. Why were they in the same room? Is this the first time they've seen each other since the arrest? I don't think it's a good idea. Like, it's weird to me that they're in the same room. It's weird. She's stressed. Girl, she is stressed. I mean, literally, cash only, like a drop, and you must report 100,000 to the IRS. Lord have mercy. Thank you so much, allegedly Joy Miller, for the 199. Thank you for all that you do. No, thank you guys for supporting the channel, and thank you, Abraham. Yes, I did say. I said it. Listen, I like Shrek and Fiona. Okay, but I did make an. Anyways, I made some ogre references to Jake over here, so I figured we call him Shrek and Fiona. Why aren't they co-defendants? You think they're going to try the cases together because it saves money? Lord have mercy. Yes, please put that like number in the chat. It does help to remember to hit the like button, please, and thank you. How much can they have? How can they have the same lawyer? I don't think that they do. Well, the lawyer that Vincent Hughes dropped them. You said heavy D lawyer, not certified to represent. So I'm confused because I thought he was a trial attorney. But y'all let me know what you guys think in the comments, okay? Let's see. What is co-defendants and why would they do that? What is co-defendants and why would they do it? Well, both of them are co-defendants, right? In California, a cash bond, sometimes called a cash bail, means that the full bail amount set by the court must be paid in cash, cashier's check, or money order. That's so interesting. The public defender explained that today he got the case. So, Michelle Lawrence, who is the public defender for? That's the question that I have. Who's the public defender for? For both of them or just one?
She was in a blue jumpsuit, and you can definitely see that the black eye that she has faded quite a bit. Both of them
Black eye gone.
At the arms as well as at the ankles. They did not appear to look at each other at any point. And Connell, they also both face a misdemeanor charge of making a false police report. That, of course, linked to that initial claim 2 weeks ago now of a kidnapping at a sporting goods store. She had claimed that someone knocked her out while she was changing the baby's diaper in the parking lot of that store. And when she came to, the baby was gone. And then the sheriff's department then determining that this is a case of murder based on evidence. We have not heard much yet about that.
Apparently there's a lot of evidence. Guys, there's going to be a press conference. We've already set it up on the channel for it tomorrow. Bring your coffee, bring your juice, bring whatever, you guys, because apparently we about to get a lot of let me tell you something. We heard we were about to get a lot of details mañana. Okay, so be ready. Okay, because I'm here ready. We're gonna go, like, I'm so ready. We could have it tonight and I'd be ready. That's how ready I am. I'm ready. I'm ready for this press conference already.
That evidence. There is a news conference planned tomorrow with the sheriff as well as the DA. So we possibly could hear more.
Yes.
But the bottom line, Connell, also is that the remains of baby Emmanuel still have not been found. So where is baby Emmanuel?
You know what? And that is Sister Craft. This is so true. YouTubers were on a lot of the information that's out there. Please note, a lot of the information that's out there, YouTubers put it out there. Okay, YouTubers got on it. TMZ TMZ and their slow little, manipulate the media. This is what they do. This is why I don't like TMZ, because they did it with the Diddy trial too and others. TMZ, very slow. Now they want to jump on it. Now they're going to send people out there and file their paperwork, right? But they're very quick to try to discredit people when they're out there lying on people, putting misinformation, contacting Diddy, juror members from the Diddy trial. Like, they do the most, okay? So it's annoying. Annoying. What, honey? Are you playing the game? Okay, let's keep it down, though, okay? Deal? All right.
Is it usual, because on the complaint is with them together. So is it usual to split them apart to give them different attorneys? Or because I would assume they would have had the same attorney for one case judged by the DA's complaint, but you're saying that's not the case.
No, if the factual situation calls for one or more individuals than one to be charged with a crime, then they'll all be on the same criminal complaint. It's just they will all have different attorneys.
Were you consulted on that $1 million bail, and if so, how did it arrive at that determination?
The bail is set by schedule. So for now, because count one is a charge of murder, the schedule, which is a predetermined amount, is set at $1 million.
How did they seem to you? Did you talk to them together or separately?
I can't really get into that. You saw them as well as I did in court. So hopefully that satisfies a little bit of what you need to know. I have another.
Is this the public defender, and who is he representing? Because they need separate lawyers. Guys, there needs to be separate lawyers for this, right? So I have a lot of questions about that. I know she'd be doing too much, Night Charm. She does way too much. Those pictures don't even look like the same baby. Which pictures? Legacy media has always been controlled by propaganda. They want to get in there. We've been in there reporting. They want to get in there and they want to discredit the little people. That's the problem with these legacy media folks. Check my comment earlier, says Franny Law. Franny Law, where? Let me see if I can get all the way up to your comments. Sorry. Franny Law is a lawyer, y'all. Shout out to all my beautiful lawyers. So as long as you're a lawyer, Polly Pocket, in good standing, licensed in the state, or admitted pro hac vice, any lawyer can try the case. Initially, one lawyer, but after indictment, 2 separate lawyers. Gotcha. Thank you, Franny Law. Shout out to my wonderful, beautiful lawyers. Thank you, Franny Law. So only today, yes, it will get separate lawyers at some point, probably. You said he's a temporary public defender because the Constitution requires that they have representation before going to judge. They're going to get assigned different attorneys later on. That's what it sounds like. Yeah. You said he's the public defender that speaks now. He's a supervisor, will assign somebody. Yeah, this is going to be one of those, dude, it's going to be a high profile. Well, I wouldn't necessarily it's highly covered, right? It's going to be highly covered. There's going to be a lot of people out there. This case has taken the interest of a lot of people, first of all, because of the way in which it was handled, the way in which these parents presented. And we here for the truth. It sparked a lot of outrage. This case definitely has.
Matter on the 5th floor.
Bail amounts for what case? The 10,000 and the 35,000.
There's trailing cases out of the banning court, minor matters that Mr. Haro had. So those simply are continued behind the murder case, and then we exonerated the bail bond.
Because he was on probation.
To tell you the truth, I don't know all the details about that, but when you exonerate the bail bond, meaning that he's not on bail in those.
He literally just got assigned. He's like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
You expect him to show up for the felon in possession of a firearm hearing on September 2nd?
So that's information I don't know. I'll have to dig in, depending upon which individual we keep, right? But for now, the main case, the controlling case, is the case you're here on, and that's reset here in Riverside. All the other cases will be on the same calendar here. It should be in Riverside.
Why these private attorneys kind of faded away?
I can't speculate on that.
Thank you for watching.
Ooh.
Subscribe below and download our new.
Thank you for watching. So that is what happened out there. He can't speculate. He can't say a whole lot. There's more coverage on this. Is this the clip? I want to replay the same clip. Yeah, this is the attorney already answered these questions and stuff like that. Nothing new there. So these are these are the documents, okay, the charging documents. And I know BJ, I know myself, we've been trying to download these things. I got credits on the Superior Court. Y'all, like, let me show you. It really does not let anybody download these documents. It could very well be that there's a lot of people that have been trying to download these documents. It's really weird because I've downloaded documents when I was looking for their civil cases and stuff like that. But this is like, I pulled Rebecca and it gives you so many search credits and stuff. Like, I think I got like 6 or 7 search credits. But it gives you all the information here. I want to be able to download the document and it won't let me, which is fine. We have screenshots of the document at least, but you guys could see how many people have applied for media requests coverage. I mean, you got Telemundo 54. Okay. You got Law and Crime, TMZ, New York Post, Los Angeles Times. Everybody's out there. But we want the full felony complaint. Now, I was able to get the 3 pages, but like I said, it would be nice to be able to download it on my end. So yeah. So for those that are just, yes, honey, give me 1 second, y'all. No Olaf. For those that are coming through, so we have a hearing that's scheduled, I believe, for September 4th. And I think from there, we're going to be able to move on and figure out what next steps, what they're going to do, what's the plan. Okay. We have the official charging documents, which is what we've been asking from the jump, right? This is what we wanted. This is what we were really worried about this morning, whether it was going to happen or not. So I'm glad that we are here. You said Riverside County is shady and sloppy. Well, I mean, they got on the ball when it came to this. Yeah, Telemundo's out there. You think who's taking Jake's case pro bono? Are you talking about the public defender? I'm sure he had to apply for it, right? Like, if there's a sliding scale for things like that. He said he explained that the public defender can only defend one of them. And if the public defender officer has ever defended one of them before, it's a conflict of interest to defend the other person now. Would they be defending well, the person that doesn't have any kind of background would be Rebecca, right? So she would be the one that would have the public defender. What time is the news conference tomorrow? I believe it's tomorrow at 10 Cali time. Okay. So that would be Pacific Standard Time. So that would be mañana at 10 Cali time. There's supposed to be and it's already announced. So I'm assuming that it's all set up there. And you have to qualify for a public defender. So keep that in mind. This whole thing is a hoax. What is a hoax? What part? Put some more context in your comment, please, and thank you. San Bernardino put the case together and handed off to Riverside County. Now it seems that Riverside is dropping the ball. Here's a question that I have, because I mean, I get the part that you guys are saying different things, but what do you mean by that? How are they dropping the ball? I want to push back if something does not make sense to me. Like, put some more context to your comment, because maybe I'm not understanding or anything like that. You said, do you know that the department child, it is listed on their inmate form now? Really? No. Department of Child PC 300. Now, we're finding more information about this, like, investigation and whatnot. Yes, press conference tomorrow. They are criminals, career criminals. Who are I'm confused, girl. Vicky, you said it was a hoax. What's a hoax? And who's a criminal? Anyways, okay. I don't think they're dropping the ball at all. I think they move quickly so far. Right. I'm not getting that, but that's what I'm trying to understand. When people say people are dropping the ball, what do you mean? Say more. Say more and put some more context, because otherwise I really don't know where you're going with your comment. And it's like, what do you mean? What are you saying with that? It leaves things open for, like, misinterpretation, if that makes sense. And I don't want that to happen. All right, let me get into, I'm conversating with you guys and having a conversation and whatnot. So bikers The Baca did show up. Look at this. They showed up at the court. Bikers Against Child Abuse outside of the Riverside County Courthouse in support of Emmanuel Haro. That's amazing. That is amazing. Give you an idea of what they look like in the court. There's more pictures out there of everything, of all the children out there. A lot of AI pictures. Guys, we got to be careful with those AI pictures as well. I mean, Rebecca has literally, she looks very different in a lot of her pictures, honestly. We have the charging documents that we'll review here briefly, but just showing you guys a little bit of like what's out there. Hold up, let's see what this guy's saying.
Haro officially charged with murder and also filing a false police report. They are
False
set
police
to be in
report.
this courthouse here behind me. I'm in downtown Riverside. This is the Riverside Hall of Justice. I'm heading inside. We'll keep you updated throughout the day. So we have some breaking.
So I don't understand why this case needs to be. Listen. This should be one of those cases where it's live stream. You know, where we can all go watch a live stream and watch it together, and be able to kind of talk about it and everything. Like kind of like the Karen Reed case, like these cases. You know, I'm here for it. I'm here for this case to be live stream. Okay, definitely. All right. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Sorry, y'all. Let's see. Hey, Rabbit, do you notice that Rebecca had her hair done? Highlights between the Thursday of the kidnapping to the day of the arrest. I noticed that she had, like, it didn't look like it was newly done, but I'm not a stylist, so I couldn't tell you any of that. You know what I mean? But y'all let me know what you think. Jay Haro should have never been on the streets to begin with. Yeah, it should have not. And I think we got some more clarification on how that happened. And I believe it was a judge who made the ruling on that, by the way. Hold up. Let me remove my email real quick. You guys know my email. Let's get into these documents. And this is Abby Blabby. It's on her Facebook. Okay. Shout out to Abby Blabby. So this is what was dropped this afternoon. We officially have a booking number. Well, I think we've had a booking number, but at least a case number and everything. Okay. We have the cash bond recommended up there because, you know, part of me thinks, I mean, I don't know if they can make that cash bond, but I don't think they can. So count one, the undersigned, under penalty of perjury, information, and belief, declares that the above names defendant Jake Mitchell Haro and Rebecca Renee Haro committed a violation of Penal Code Section 187, Subdivision A, a felony in that on or about August 5th, 2025 through and in okay, look at this, the date. Oh, this date. A felony in that on or about August 5th, 2025 through and including August 14, 2025. Yes, the date. Hold up. Do you guys remember that video with the funeral? The black guy video? I believe that was August 5th. A felony in that on or about August 5th, 2025 through and including August 14th, 2025 in the county of Riverside, state of California. The defendants did willfully and unlawfully murder baby Doe, H.E., a human being. Okay, H.E. Emmanuel Haro. So why do they put August? Is that the date that they believe that this baby was last seen? Because they're not pinning it on the date that they believe this baby died, right? I think the dates are very interesting the way that it's listed. Yeah, but they said, who said that they saw them? We have yet to see anybody. Like Suzanne Douglas, who said that they saw them? We don't know. We don't know. I never saw the funeral video, but yes, it was August 3rd to the 5th. We have the funeral video. It was said to have been August 5th. So on the Tira has it too. That's right. That's where we got it, was on the Tira. That's the question. That's $1 million question. Who was the last person outside of the parents? Who was the last person to see this baby? Was this baby gone already by August 5th? Did anybody see this baby on August 5th? Nobody's seen the baby in a month. Well, actually, it's interesting. And not that I always I don't want to, I don't consider Reddit is a blog, right? Like, it's not always a very viable source. You can find good information on Reddit, but somebody on Reddit gave a theory. They felt like this baby was gone already a good 2 months, because they, even going back to timeline, even the people that went into the family Facebooks, they can't pull any more recent photos of baby Emmanuel. Baby was not with them on the funeral. That's right. So we don't know when was the last time. So I find that the fact that they put these dates in there very interesting, right? Like, could they not also pinpoint the dates? Who knows? Count two. This count two. That the above names, defendant Jake Mitchell Haro and Rebecca Renee Haro, committed a violation of Penal Code 148.5 Subdivision A, a misdemeanor, in that on or about August 14, 2025, in the county of Riverside, state of California, the defendants did willfully and unlawfully report to a police officer, deputy sheriff, and member of the California Highway Patrol that a felony and a misdemeanor had been committing, knowing that the report to be false. That's interesting. So that's a misdemeanor when you are calling a fake police report. That day, and I'll say it again, I said it yesterday and I'll say it again, that day that they were at the Big Five, where Rebecca was wearing that brown shirt and Jake, ogre, beastly looking man Haro, was wearing the white sweater, that day, I think that they have already met with law enforcement, right? We know this. But that's the day that they got kind of nervous and they decided to go to Big Five and deflect and cause a scene. Okay? They had already reported their child missing. Okay? They wanted to cause a scene to kind of deflect the attention from what was going on, if that makes sense. I think they knew law enforcement was on them. One sec, guys. Thank you, Alejandro, for the $1.99. Thank you. I really appreciate the support. Thank you. He seems good to be that. I think they got kind of worried, and so they kind of made this little ruckus at the Big Five, saying hey, this is what happened. This is what happened. I think they knew. And I think that it was right then and there where police didn't believe them. Just my thought, because they had this little press conference outside of the Big Five, right? And they do interviews and stuff like that. There was no police presence there. Typically in a press conference, when somebody I think that's something we have to pay attention to, right? No Amber Alert was issued, no press conference from the police. They'll they did a little be on the lookout just in case for his missing child, okay, who was apparently abducted, okay? They put that out there. But you didn't see a police PR person from the department say, guys, this is what we're putting out there. This is what happened. Nothing like that happened. I think they knew right away. Definitely. One sec, guys. Thank you. But yes, Yes. Vicky, thank you so much for the $5. I really appreciate the support. Thank you. Thank you. I'm trying to slow roll my expectations on how fast this should go, remembering how long it took to get Lori Vallow and Chad Daybell arrested. It was like 6 to 9 months. Oh my God, I forgot. Like, I do not like that case at all. That's a horrific case. SJ, you're right. Like, I think we all have different kind of expectations and stuff like that of what we feel like the crime, what should happen in a crime case, right? That's another one. I hated that case. I hated that case so much. Do you want to give a hug? Thank you. I don't have eggs. Thank you. No eggs today. But thank you so much, Vicky, for this support. I really do appreciate you. Thank you. Let's see. Hold up. Who knows? This is just a horrible, bad, weird case. That's right. Absolutely. Okay, let's keep going. I know she keeps me grounded. More like she's going to ground me. Clearly. Hold up, y'all. She does too much, y'all. I apologize. Okay. She wants one of those kinder eggs? Yeah. We don't have any more kinder eggs. We're out. Thank you. You have a Polly Pocket. Go play with your Polly Pocket, girl. Okay. Yes. All right. Sorry about that, y'all. Okay. So then we have, that was count 2. And then it says 1109 notice, which I'm like, what does that mean? I guess we'll find out here in a minute. Okay. 1109 notice. Pursuant to section 1109 of the Evidence Code, evidence of the defendant's commission of other acts of DV may be admissible at trial in a criminal action in which the defendants are accused of an offense, including DV. Okay. The people hereby give notice of the people's intent to admit evidence of prior acts of DV pursuant to Evidence Code Section 1109. These incidents include the prior incidents described in the police report, chronological report, and or tape already provided, and other alleged incidents of abuse, which will be provided as they are obtained by the prosecution. So they can admit evidence that they've already had? Is that what I'm hearing? Franny Law, is that what that sounds like? Is that what California is doing there? If you're in the chat? Huh. So they can admit evidence from other cases? So, hold up. Yeah, they can admit prior bad acts. Only what's a prior bad act in California? Probably CPS reports. Well, Connie, could it be that it's like a first time for her? You know, maybe. You got M&Ms? That's great. I suspect a lot of family knew what happened. I think I would assume so too. 1 million is nothing here down in Cali? Okay. Well, can they make bail? I guess let me know if they make bail. That's what we want to know. You said Code 1109, which addresses evidence of prior acts of DV, CA, and elder abuse in criminal cases. So they can introduce that. So CPS reports. The other case, they're screwed. Especially Jake. He's screwed. Because he got that little sweetheart deal. He's screwed. You said the defense can move to suppress before trial. So they could have a hearing on this and say, we're suppressing this. It sounds like it. Okay, thank you, Franny Lassie. That's how I'm interpreting that. But y'all know I'm not, legalese is a whole different ballgame for me. Talk to me about social work and I could talk to you about that. But this? So previous charges. So if Jake's lawyers, Rebecca doesn't have that background, right? But Jake does, right? So I don't think there's a concern for Rebecca, right? But it's more so on Jake. They can add anything now pertaining to the new court order and trial. Whew. Oh. Anyways, so let's keep going. And then Anika the kitten, Anika Kitty. Thank you. My goodness, I couldn't say your name. Thank you for becoming a member. Shout out to you. Thank you, my love. Thank you for joining the membership and supporting the channel. Convictions are prior bad acts. I think the PD will take his case, and conflict counsel will take her case. So the public defender's office will take his case, and conflict counsel will take her case. I do wonder. Yeah, what, Rabbit? You're not an attorney? Nope. Only CPS findings that went to the legal side, right? Oh, this is not good. It's not good. Okay, let's keep going. All right. Marcy's, is it Marcy's? I think that's how you say that, right? I'm saying it correctly. I had to look this up. Marcy's Law. Marcy. Okay. And that is providing an equal voice for crime victims. Okay. It's a law where basically it gives the victims protection, the rights to reasonable notice, to be present and heard at all court proceedings, to be informed of the release of the offender. Well, okay. I'm a little confused by this because the only victim that we know right now, technically, would be Emmanuel Haro, right? He's presumed to be gone. Are there other victims? There was an active child abuse investigation the day that he went missing. Did y'all know that? Right? So could that be other victims from that too? His other kids? Some of these kids are not biological to him anymore. At least 2 of them. The other children, his oldest, Eli, right? There's a 2-year-old child. Okay. There's a 16-year-old that's not biological to him, but is her child, Rebecca's child from a previous relationship. We're waiting, right? We're still waiting for that case. And we heard about this later on, Sylvia. Like, a lot of us heard about it way later, that during the time, it wasn't the day that they were arrested. It was look, I'm looking at the calendar because it's like in my mind. I keep forgetting that they were just arrested on Friday, right? So on the 21st, which was Thursday, I got a big calendar that I'm looking at. There was an active CP investigation. We found out about that, and it was related to Emmanuel. You know what? I'm going to tell you where my mind went. What if, I hate to put it this way because maybe I've seen this happen way too many times in CPS. CPS will ask you to produce children. They might court order you. They might have a judge court order you to show up, or you might be, asked to show up for whatever meeting with CPS, but you have to bring your kids there because they have to interview them for whatever reason. What if that's part of that? They asked them to bring Emmanuel, and rather than bring Emmanuel, they got rid of Emmanuel. They got scared and they got rid of Emmanuel maybe weeks ago or months ago. And in order to avoid that, they did that. because I'm just thinking out loud. They already had another investigation, right? And it's being reported that that investigation had to do with Emmanuel. What if this is what they were looking at? Sometimes CPS will knock at your door, okay? And they'll tell you like, hey, it's what you have to do. You said, hey, I heard a rumor on TikTok that they're saying that Jake might not have been his real dad. Well, I don't know. Is he on the birth certificate? I don't know. There's a lot of rumors. I heard about that too. Yeah, all the children, even if they're not biologically his, can be related, right? So maybe it was a thing where it was like, if you need to bring up your kid to this appointment and they couldn't produce it for whatever reason, something happened. Maybe there was already see, here's the thing, is like CPS reports aren't public record, you guys. If somebody calls a wellness, all the CPS stuff, that's not public record. Okay, a lot of that is dealt with through the juvenile court, and you can't just be getting, very rarely can you get any kind of records through the juvenile court about a CPS case. So it does kind of make me wonder if they were ordered in. That's the term. Oh my God, it's coming back to me. If they were ordered in, meaning they were ordered in to bring in their kids, whatever might have happened, and then they got scared and they did something, at least to the 7-month-old. Okay, we don't even know what's going on with the 2-year-old. For all we know, she could have also been hurt. We don't know, right? We don't know. Pretty much. That's what it sounds like. JT Hypno Chick, thank you so much. Love the hair. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for this super sticker. Thank you. I just put it on a ponytail. Tina, for the Kinder Egg Fund, thanks for sharing your mom with us, Baby Bunny. Oh my God, she does too much. We'll get her one tomorrow. She just likes the little surprises because you never know what kind of like little thing you're gonna get in there. It's a little too much, but yeah, that makes sense. Like, you have to show your kids. Think about it. I've seen it happen a lot, and people don't want to. And then sometimes people will move out of state or out of the country or whatever if they don't want to show their kids. So maybe they have to show their kids to CPS. If it's an active investigation, I'm thinking, now listen, this is just me speculating because I don't have the reports. But if there was already an active CPS investigation, maybe CPS was already on their asses about the 2-year-old and the 7-month-old, right? Maybe something was going on and they kind of got in there, It's going to be interesting. It's going to be, you want to bring it to me so I can put Coco Meme? I'm not putting it on here. Thank you. You said Costco employees are coming forward stating they saw Jake and Rebecca and Emmanuel on August 10th. Where are you seeing this? On TikTok? Lord have mercy. On TikTok? Let me know. So I have a lot of questions about this. Anyways, so let's go to Marcy's Law. Information contained in the reports being distributed as discovery in this case may contain confidential information protected by Marcy's Law and the amendments to the California Constitution, Article 1, Section 28. Any victims in the above referenced charges is entitled to be free from intimidation, harassment, and abuse. It may be unlawful for defense counsel, and any other person acting. One second, y'all. I don't know where your draw's at. Sorry about that, y'all. Let's see. Hold on. Marcy's Law and amendments to the California Constitution, Article 1, Section 28. Any victims in any above reference charges is entitled to free from intimidation, harassment, and abuse. It may be unlawful for defendants, defense counsel, and any other person acting on behalf of the defendants to use any information contained in the report to locate or harass any victims or victims' families, or to disclose information that is otherwise privileged and confidential by law. I think because it involves minors, this might be another thing too, right? It's another thing. You know, it stops the house tours. This is crazy, yo. I really hope that whoever was doing that gets prosecuted. Like, how dare you do that? How are you doing house tours? First of all, on a house that does not belong to you, and it's a crime scene. Like, people do too much with it. I don't get this. Why would they do that? I heard this and I was watching videos. I was like, y'all do too much. And you guys should be in trouble. People were trying to get to the house from the back. They're trying to get screenshots of different things. Like, that's too much. And I hope they get in trouble. I hope they get in trouble. Honestly. I hope that that's what they, it's used for. Well, it's just ignorant. It's like, come on now. Like, what? It's just crazy. It's disgusting that they would do that shit. I don't know, man. Anyways, discovery request pursuant to Penal Code Section 1054.5 Subdivision D. The people are hereby formally requesting the defense counsel provide discovery to the people as required by the Penal Code Section 1054.3. So discovery. I declare under penalty of perjury upon information and belief under the laws of the state of California that the foregoing is true and correct. This is dated today, the official charging document, y'all. The official charging document. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I mean, I'm here for it. Booking sheets now. We have booking sheets. Was there an update on the booking? Hold up. Oh, yeah, we got an update. So look at the charges, okay? Let me see if I make myself a little bit smaller here, okay? The charges: murder with malice, false report of a crime, first-degree murder, and DEP child jurisdiction. What does this DEP child jurisdiction mean? It's not death, it's DEP. Okay. Now that was Rebecca. Rebecca's got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then Jacob Haro. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, look at Jacob Haro. They added the felony with the arms. Oh my God. Okay, so in Jacob Haro's charges, murder with malice, false report of a crime, murder with malice. Oh, willful harm child is added here because they're saying that he's the one that harmed a child. Felony possessing with firearm. They added the weapons charge there because that's that little caveat on the charging document that they could add more, right? They can revisit the bad acts. That would be one of them. He had just been charged with weapons, right? Prohibited own ammo and DEP child jurisdiction. DEP child jurisdiction. I need to find out what this one is. So he's the one that's got the most, the willful charging right there. Yeah, he should have had. So they're including that in there. I'm here for it. Thank you so much, Sylvia. Baby Bunny, Baby Rabbit's piggy bank. Listen, her piggy bank is, anytime I got change in my purse, she be putting it in that piggy bank. Disposal of a child? You think that's what that means? No, but Kim, it's D. Let me show you. It's DEP. Why don't I put it's a misdemeanor. Let me see if I can look it up. Because I think it means, hold up. California, let me see. California. 300. It's a misdemeanor. Misdemeanor. DEP child jurisdiction. What does this mean? Oh. Hold up. Is that right? Let me show you all what I'm seeing. Okay, let me know if this makes sense to you guys. Okay, this is Google. It says, no, you got to give me 5 minutes. Okay, In California, Welfare and Institution Codes, WIC 300, gives the juvenile court jurisdiction over a child if they have suffered or are at risk of serious physical harm, serious emotional damage, SA, or are subject to neglectful or cruel treatment by a parent or guardian. The term 300 misdemeanor isn't a specific legal term. Rather, it refers to a child who becomes dependent child under WIC 300 due to the actions or inactions described in that section, which can include neglect or abuse that would otherwise be considered a criminal act. So this is what the charges say. It says WNI booking type, 300 charge, and it's a misdemeanor, depth charge jurisdiction. That's what that is. I need somebody to explain that a little bit more to me. So it's the dependent child, that's the 2-year-old, right? Thank you. Oh, thank you so much, Veronica. Shout out to you. Thank you. Shout out to the new people on the channel, guys. Rabbit dependent child. I think it means dependent child, right? But I just pulled what it means. That's a charge code, LOL, right? Because it's a little bit confusing because it doesn't say. So maybe it's referring to the 2-year-old? Could it be referring to the 2-year-old? Oh, Lord, what do they find on the 2-year-old? I told you guys, anytime I take your children, they do a physical on the child. Okay? I cannot wait for this press conference tomorrow, guys. Yeah, remember there was another incident of a child. Is this it? Did they finally, like, because they can go back? Is that what I'm hearing? Or is this on the 2-year-old? Maybe they'll explain this a little bit more. Well, it does make you, how is the 2-year-old doing? What is the welfare of the 2-year-old? But it's only, hold up, let me see. This is on Jake, and Rebecca has it too, by the way. So Rebecca, so it can't be on Promise Faith or any of the other children before that. I think this is pertaining to the 2-year-old. Look at this. Okay, somebody said, so the 825 PC just means that they were arraigned on the 187A charges. The other charges were to continue probably September 4th. But the last charge, the depth child jurisdiction, means it is assumed by a juvenile court when a child is at risk of abuse. I think this is pertaining to the 2-year-old, y'all. The court's involvement can range from providing service. Oh, there's Baby Bunny, y'all. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I think we're right on the money. It says right here, that just makes me wonder if the charges is about 2-year-old that was removed from their home. Was there something going on with the 2-year-old? That's kind of where we're at. We have a lot of questions about. Shout out to Abby Blabby because she's got a lot of info up here on this 3 hours ago. Hold up.
He already knows by now. The DA.
Oh.
Okay, I have some updates for you guys in the Baby Emmanuel case. So as I'm sure everybody already knows by now, the DA officially filed charges against both of them today. Count 1, of course, is the murder charge. And count 2 was filing a false police report. And they asked for the bail to be set at $1 million each. So they were supposed to be arraigned this afternoon, but it ended up getting rescheduled to September 4th. Apparently, the judge was kicking people out of the room for trying to record, and the TikTok user On the Tira got detained for saying hello to Rebecca. A woman present at the courthouse named Davina Ortiz gave an interview and explained a little more about what happened.
My last name is Ortiz, O-R-T-I-Z. And at first, I wasn't allowed in the courtroom. They only allowed so many. And then at the end, they said 3 more people, and one of the judges picked me to be one of the 3. I went in there. Rebecca was sitting to the right of me, and Jake was sitting to the left and right. And it was really fast. We were in there for about a little bit less than 10 minutes. And the judge pretty much read them their rights and said, okay, you're being arraigned. You want to waive your time to September 4th. And they both agreed, yes and yes. There is a new public defender or attorney. I'm not sure if he's public defender or actual lawyer, but he was representing both Rebecca and Jay Carl. And that was pretty much it. And they said, okay, yes, we want to waive our time. And that was it. On the end, on the Tira, the reporter from TikTok, he did say, hola, when Rebecca was walking back to her cell, and one of the deputies was very upset and detained him. I'm going to assume it's detained.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much it. It was pretty quick.
Okay, so you heard her say that there was one attorney present.
He said, hola, and then he got detained.
Representing both of them. So I'm wondering what happened to his attorney, Vincent Hughes. I've heard from some sources that he withdrew from the case, but I haven't been able to confirm that yet. If any new information comes out, I'll be sure to let you guys know.
All right. So shout out to Abby Blabby. I would just imagine he's like, I just said hola. Anda Tira was there and he said, oh. Anyways, let me stop because he did apologize for that. But I'm like, I'll be honest with you. I know it was petty, but it was like, I'm here for it. I think we're all here for the petty, right? Let me see what you guys are. I think I would have done the same, you guys. But like, he didn't break the law by saying hola. It's just, she will never live hola down. I'm okay with that. Yeah, let that be hola handcuffs. Like, anyways. All right, guys, I'm going to let you guys go because Baby Bunny is on one tonight. So I got to go tend to her. But I will be live tomorrow for the press conference that we definitely have to be on. Make sure you guys are checking out the channel. I got to get I've already scheduled it. So make sure you have your notifications on. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button. I really do appreciate it. Thank you again for supporting. Oh my God, you guys are amazing. Thank you. Everybody that supported the channel by a super chat. Hitting the like button is free. Thank you so much. And I will see you guys mañana. Okay? Mañana. And listen. We got a document, right? They got charged. That's what we wanted. Now the next step, and let's just keep hope that they find this baby so they could put this baby to rest, right? That was the best news to hear, is that they actually got charged because we were worried about that. That's what we wanted. So yes, let's keep the fight going, and shout out to everybody out there. I'll see you guys mañana. All right, bye guys. Have a good one. Bye guys.